Hello everyone, welcome to week 2. I feel like week 1 totally flew by, so I hope you guys are getting acclimated in the field and things have been going well. And if there's anything that's necessarily pressing, please feel free to reach out to me. Don't hesitate. We can discuss anything and everything. I just want to make sure that you guys have meaningful field placements and that you're getting the best experience that you possibly can. So don't hesitate. No too small of a question or big. I'm here to support you. So great. So let's dive into it. And so I will make sure to have all of your grades for week 1 due to you by Sunday afternoon. So they may be in way before, but I always try to give myself at least a week to get through all of your assignments because I really like to get a chance to watch every single video and read through all of your work. So if you guys could just be patient with me, I'll try to get them in beforehand, but want to have them to you by this Sunday, okay? So that's the first line of business. The other thing is you have really just one assignment due this week, which is your discussion post, and your initial prompt is actually due this Thursday by 11:59. So what you want to do is you want to read through the CSWE competencies in Garthwaite's chapter 3, and those could actually be found, just in case you're looking for them, those can be found under objectives and readings for week 2, and so it's Council of Social Work Education, competencies and behaviors right here, and then chapter 3. So just in case you're wondering where those can be found, they're under your objectives and readings. And so once you get a chance to read through both of those readings, what you're going to do from the Garthwaite's reading, you're going to review the list of recommended words and phrases used and writing objectives. And from the CSWE competencies, select 2 competencies. For each of the 2 competencies you selected, provide at least one example of specific and measurable tasks you might use in your learning contract, right? So I'll try to walk you guys through an example just to help you out with at least one during my video today. And so you're going to also incorporate the recommended words and phrases from the Garthwaite reading in your examples. So this is where you're going to merge. I would suggest you read both of them, kind of get a grasp of it, and then you're going to pick 2 competencies that really speak to you and utilize a lot of the Garthwaite's phrases and writing objectives and those types of things to form your examples, okay? So you want one example from at least both of your competencies, okay? So I hope that kind of cleared up any confusion. And then what you want to do is between Friday and Sunday, you're going to go back in and you're going to actually post and respond to your peer with a minimum of 75 words and maximum of 150, where you're going to use the discussion forum to in directions and grading rubric as your construct, your initial post in response to your peers. So you want to use what has been granted based on what you know is expected of you to kind of support them and give them any feedback, okay? So you want that due by Sunday by 11:59. Okay, and so that is due this week, but you also have your peer-to-peer field discussions that you can keep going on with. You only need a total of 5 by the end of the semester. So I know I have 2 students who are signed up right now for the live field discussion, so those can kind of compensate. You can merge the 2. So just in case you're wondering, like, do I have to attend a live field discussion? You don't have to. But I always strongly recommend it because I think we get so much out of it when we do go live and we get a chance to connect with our peers who are experiencing similar situation and clients that can sometimes be challenging. So it's up to you guys, but I'm always here every Wednesday at 7 p.m. So it's not too late to RSVP if you're still interested. If you could let me know by tomorrow by 11:59, that would be awesome, so I can write your name down and prepare for that. The other thing is in week 3, you have your, let's see, I just kind of making sure I went over everything I wanted to. In week 3, you have your first field reflection, where you're going to really get a chance to reflect on the first couple of weeks in the field. So if you do want to take a look at that and see if there are any questions or concerns that you may have, please do so. I want to make sure that you guys are getting a good grasp on things. And then I wanted to go back. Sorry, I know I can be all over the place, just to show you an example of the core competencies. So one that really spoke to me was that advance human rights and social, economic, and environmental justice, which is core competency 3. And it spoke to me because the work that I do, I work with really disenfranchised youth who have all of these issues and, who are combating them on a day-to-day basis. And I think what I am finding in the work that I do, where I work with kids who have mental health and emotional issues, is that there has been kind of like an overdiagnosis of different mental health diagnoses in the school setting, to have children kind of come to my program who have been problematic in a traditional school setting. So a lot of the work that I do, in addition to running a program like this, is really advocating for their human rights and social and economic and environmental justice. So I know for me, a lot of times students and young people don't always get a chance to speak about their rights to, education, and to be held in the least restrictive environment in a traditional school setting, which can typically look like, just being held within a classroom without being sent off into an alternative school. But that doesn't always happen. So, my goal is really to make sure that we are assessing students properly, and that we are making sure that we're keeping in mind their human rights and their social and economic and environmental justice when we are servicing them. So that's just an example of, a core competency, and how you can kind of utilize that maybe as a goal in your learning contract to create something. Of course, you want to use more of the language and feedback that you receive from the Garthwaite reading. But I just wanted to give you an example of kind of what I'm expecting. I didn't want to give you too much, but, I wanted you guys to get a chance to read, some of the material. So I hope that provides some clarity. And then your timesheets. Make sure that you are tracking your time. I know I had a few people reach out to me who couldn't necessarily find their timesheets on Sonia as I was hoping that they would be. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for one and send it to you guys by tomorrow, if not tonight, if I can find it tonight, to make sure that everyone has it. So, in the meantime, I hope you guys have a fantastic week. I look forward to reading all of your material and getting a chance to know you guys, and I am always here for you. All right, have a great week. Bye-bye.